Cool.
Everybody, we have Angelo, the guy behind Twang Stuck in New York. How are you, Angelo?
All right. They call me Marbles Mahoney.
Marbles Mahoney.
Yep.
So, I saw you had the new Twang Stock ready to go.
Yep.
Tell us first about the history, the pandemic that shut everybody down, and then your decision to start it up again.
Yeah. It's a neat story. I'll try and keep it short. Um, I guess it was around 2005. I was lying in the hospital having a heart attack, and I said, "Boy, it would really suck if I died today and didn't thank all those cool people that we just met. We just put Strange But Surf, my band, together." And we met so many nice people. And when you meet people in a bar, in a club, it's like ships that pass in the night. You're like, hey man, nice show. Hey man, nice show. See you next year. That's no way to make friends. So I invited them all to my house in the Levittown. I had a big backyard, and I had, all the equipment in my garage that we were playing in my garage to set up. So we started off, we had about, I think about 8, 10 bands, and it was a cool party. And so we just kept on doing it, and we did it for almost, what I guess a dozen years or so. We did it at my house. It was starting to get a little costly doing it at my house. So I started doing it at clubs out here on Long Island. And that worked out pretty good because it didn't cost me anything. They had the bar, they had the food, they had the stage, so we did it there. And then, like you said, the pandemic came along, and that kind of slowed everything down. All the venues out here, a lot of them closed up. And even in New York City, a lot of them closed up or stopped having live music. They'd have open mic night instead, or karaoke night instead, and this is easy for the clubs, but it's not cool for us. We want to play, and so we, kept on playing at Otto's Shrunken Head in the city, all through the pandemic. Unsteady Freddie, who's my partner in Wangstock, he runs the Unsteady Freddy's Surf Rock Shindig every first Saturday of the month. And he's been doing that now for, gee, almost 20 years. He's been called the Ed Sullivan of surf because he's presented so many bands having this regular thing every month for all these years. There's hardly any surf bands that haven't played this event, so I was once again, um, you know, uh, um, sick and in the hospital, and I had already, you know, thought about doing twang sock again. And it came to me. It's like, Unsteady Freddy's got such a great thing going there in the city. He's got the bands, he's got the bars. There's places next door and all around to eat food at. Why not bring twang stock to his shindig? And that's what we did. I took over his June shindig. I said, "We're making your June shindig twang stock. And if it's okay with Otto Shrunken Head," and there's such nice people there, I knew it was going to be okay. Right. And they just let us do 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And we had over a dozen bands last year, and it was the first one in a few years. And I was like, we need to have this stuff start up again. Because a lot of stuff stopped happening. And I got a big mouth. I'm from Brooklyn, and I let everybody know that doing this. I'm doing this again. And then before I could do it, I ended up in the hospital again. And it became really clear to me while I was in the hospital. I had open heart surgery last year. It became real clear to me how important the music was to me, and that I would be really upset if I dropped dead again and not be able to do twang stop. So I had to stay alive just to do twang stop and to keep, my music and my band going. I've worked very hard for it. Strange but Surf's now in its 20th year, and we're going to be putting out three albums this year.
Wow.
We, yeah, we have them already recorded, and we're just, putting them together and putting them out. Putting out albums nowadays is, you put them out yourself. There is no more record company that's going to put out the records for you, but we hope. But we're getting ready to. That's our next show that's planned right now is Twang Sock. It's going to be in May, on the first Saturday and Sunday of the month. Um, and we're really looking forward to doing it. And the second one's going to establish it as not just a fluke that I brought this thing back. And Crazy Old Marbles, came out of the hospital 5 weeks after open heart surgery, and I played that show. It wasn't easy. I was only able to do half a set, but I did it, and I've been working out and taking all the medicines and doing all this good stuff, supposedly. I can play a whole set now. We just played at Otto's last week. We had an amazing show. The shows there, not just our shows, but the shindigs, just been getting bigger and bigger every time he does it. And especially since the pandemic now, people are just starving for music. They really want live music. They don't, they want to see it, and we have a really good surf music scene here in New York, believe it or not. There isn't much of a connection with the surfers, but we try. I post stuff on their Facebook pages and stuff, and the Tarantinos NYC, they have a surf festival, the Rockaway Surf Music Festival, which they do in concert with the Rockaway Surfers up there, and that's another surf festival that we have going on out here in beautiful New York, sunny New York. It's really not sunny. It's kind of cold. It's February here in New York, and it kind of sucks. But we're actually getting a little bit of warm weather today, but not warm enough, man.
Yeah.
You're in Pennsylvania, right?
Right outside of Philly.
Outside of Philly. Wow. So it's pretty cold there too, I bet.
Most of the time. Today it's 58.
Oh, okay, okay. And there ain't much surfing over there. You guys don't have the ocean there.
Well, the Jersey Shore is not quite something you would want to surf in.
Yeah, yeah, but they do. They do. They do. They surf out here on Long Island too, and a lot of it's, something that you might not want to surf in either, but we do get decent waves, and we try and make that connection because that's, what people, I mean, that's what the genre is named after, surfing, surf
Yeah.
and stuff. And there's just so many surf bands, of course now we play in New York City and they love us. And wherever we play, um, we have no problems. But out here on our home turf in Long Island, they have no clue about what we do. I say I play surf music, and they look at me like I have two heads. What's surf music? And I'm sure a lot of the bands go through this too. But I mean, I live on a damn island. There's people surfing all around it. And people don't, I say pipeline, wipe out, pipeline, wipe out. And they're like, oh, okay. Or I try and say, we're an instrumental surf band, well, what's that? Or we're an instrumental tribute band. I've even tried instrumental rock and roll. Just take the surf out so it doesn't confuse the humans, you know. but that's why we're strange but surf apparently. And we've been doing it. We're a trio now. We're a trio now, and we have been through a lot in the past 20 years. A lot of changes, a lot of people have come and gone, but we're still strange but surf. And I'm the only original member now left, so I guess I'm in charge.
So for the listeners who haven't heard Strange but Surf, describe what genre is most influential to you.
Um, well, to be honest, none of us in the band or have who have been in the band are surf music bands in the first place. I come from a punk rock background. The guy started it with he was in a blues band. Um, Greg, who plays guitar with us now, he plays in a rock and roll band. He's played with Bob Marley's brother, and Ed, our bass player, he's into prog rock. So we take all these different influences, if you will, and we put them into a surf band. And what comes out is a little strange, just by nature, and that's how, I came up with the name. I was like, okay, it's surf, but it's strange. And, my girlfriend said, oh, that should be the name of the band, Strange but Surf. Like, you go, girl. And, and that was it. That's been the name of the band since. And,
Nice.
and we've had a lot of problems with the name. Tried to someone tried to steal it from us. We had lawsuits. We had a radio station, Strange but Surf Radio, and that got us into trouble. But we're trying to keep out of trouble. Just trying to say strange but surf, not trouble but surf.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we've had some overly strange members. One of our original guitar players tried to kick us all out of the band, and he was a younger guy than us. And at the time, me and my friend Barry, we were in our 50s, and we were old guys. We considered ourselves old guys. Now we're in our 60s, so we're really old guys now. But and this guy tried to kick us out of the band, and he was like a young guy. He was in his 20s. We're like, don't mess with the old guys, and we had to fight back, to keep our band and keep our name, and we're doing it, and they're doing it. And it's if there are people who haven't heard Strange but Surf, I can't believe you could say such a thing. But because I'm all over doing twang stock and Strange but Surf and Facebook and Instagram. I am constantly putting it out there. I am the de facto marketing manager. That's what I do. A marketing guy. I'm a web designer, graphic designer. I do all the posters and websites and Facebook page and all that groovy stuff. Um, Mostly because it's what I do. So why would I let anybody else, pay anybody else to do it or anything like that?
Right.
But that's strange but surf. In a nutshell. I hope I kept it short. That's what we are, and we do twang stock, and we play in places that with other bands that aren't surf bands because there are no other surf bands out here on Long Island. You
Yeah.
know, so
Well, I didn't mean to insult you if I did when I said
yeah.
if somebody hasn't heard of you. Um, but I did listen and I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, thank you.
But before we go, I want you to talk about this year's Twang Stock dates, bands, location.
Yep. Okay. Well, let me pull up the poster here, so that way I know what I'm talking about, so I can tell you the bands. And that sounds stupid because there's so many. I don't remember them, and I want to get them right, which is important. Okay, here we go. Twang sock. Yay. Okay. We have mm, it's on May 4th and 5th this year, and it's at Addo Shrunken Head, which is on East 14th Street in New York City. That's the East Village. And it's right in between Avenue A and B. And it's such a cool place. It's been voted New York City's best tiki bar. It's very surfy tiki. You feel like you're in the Philippines or something like that, or Hawaii. It's very cool. And
Oh, he
it's
disappeared.
let's see, I got zoom in because I wear those glasses and I can't see anyway.
Oh, okay.
So we have on Saturday, we're starting off at 5 p.m. with the electric heaters. Used to
He
be Matt,
disappeared again.
yeah, they Matt Heaton in the electric heaters, but now they're just the electric heaters. They didn't kick Matt out, but electric heaters is probably a cooler name. Then we have Agent Octopus at 6 o'clock. They were really cool. They were with us last year, and so were the electric heaters. Then we have the 1911s at 7 p.m. They're new for us this year. And then we have a very cool and old favorite at 8 o'clock, Commercial Interruption. They're from Connecticut. They are one of the most amazing bands, period. Not just they stretch the boundaries of surf like we do. They play a lot of TV stuff and a lot of jazz and a lot of these guys are just really good musicians. You know, when you hear them play, you just want to go home. You want to sell your guitar. You don't want to play these guys, you know? Then at 9 o'clock, we have the amazing Ninth Wave. They're the ones who are they're the ones behind NESMA, the Northeast Surf Music Association, and they've been around a long time, and they are beyond amazing. Again, another great group of people and great musicians. Then at 10 o'clock, we have my band, Strange But Surf. Um, and I told you all about them. And as long as I don't have any more heart attacks between now and then, we're looking forward to playing that. And then at 11 o'clock, we have the world famous New York City's greatest surf band, the Supertones.
Wow.
Supertones have been around for forever, forever, forever. When I was playing in my punk band in back in the 80s, we opened up for the Supertones before I even had any glimmer of thinking about having a surf band. My friend calls me into the Continental and he says, "You got to see these guys." I walk in and I see the Supertones. They're all wearing matching suits, matching white guitars, playing the Ventures. And I was like, man, when I have a band, I want my band to be like them. And well, here I am. Here I am. Let's see. Let me keep going. Sunday, 5 p.m. We start off again with the Vivisectors. They're from Russia. They have played at many twang stocks. Very cool people indeed. Um, and their own cool style. Well, every one of these bands had their own style, including El Muchacho, who's on at 6 p.m. They haven't played in years. I brought them back out of obscurity. And last time I saw them playing, their drummer was playing an electric kazoo.
Oh.
So, yeah, so that's going to be pretty cool. At 7 p.m., we have another very interesting person, Scott Helland, the Guitar Army of One.
Oh, yes. You know what? I have a CD right here.
Yeah, he is great. He is great. He's a great guy too.
Yeah.
Uh, but just really good. Just very talented. The way he does his one man band shtick is just amazing. And he's opening up for another amazing band who I haven't seen myself in a while. They've been playing a lot of festivals. At 9 p.m., it's Blue Wave Theory. These guys have been around as long as we have, and they are another level too. They are just really, really cool guys and cool musicians. You know, all of these is just a very. It's like the surf guitar Olympics when you come to one of these things. Because all these guys play great. And then last but not least, we have at 9 p.m. the Band of Others. That's Bobby Other's band. And I just played with them this past Saturday at Otto's. And they're just great. They just get better and better. Not that they were bad, but they just get greater and greater every time I see them. Bobby Other is now playing the trumpet. Holy mackerel, he's playing trumpet on Mizzaloo. Makes it hard for anybody else to play Mizzaloo now.
Yeah.
He's doing it with the damn trumpet. But again, it's uh at Otto's Shrunken Head, East 14th Street, New York City, um between Avenue A and B. It's real easy to get to. The bus stop's right in front of it. I know because I park in the bus stop and try not to get a ticket. Um and It starts at 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. And we're gonna keep doing this as long as I'm alive. And we're gonna try it. Me and Unsteady Freddy. Unsteady Freddy is the one who gets most of the credit for accepting my crazy idea of doing my party at his shindig, because he's been putting a lot of work into that shindig for a long time, and he is very well respected and known. And there isn't a lot to be respected and known for in the surf music world here on the East Coast. Everything's over there on the other coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
At
we're
least high tide.
yeah, and it's the whole thing is free, by the way. Um,
Oh,
it's free. It's always free to get into autos. Um, by the way, there's never a cover charge at autos, and we're just going to be doing it, man. It's free, and everyone's invited. And in the sound of my voice, everyone here on the internet and all the ships at sea can come see us play, and hopefully we entertain you. Yeah.
wonderful, Angelo. Thank you so much for all the listeners who've gotten to the end. Uh,
Ah,
we got two links in the description. One to Angelo's band, Strange But Surf, and Twang Stock's Facebook page. So you can go and hopefully get your information there that Angelo spoke of. And many thanks to you, Angelo. Thank you so much for coming on.
thank you, man. Thank you. Have a great weekend, and hope to talk to you again soon.